I came to Bali for a dive and ended up face to face with a giant manta ray in Nusa Penida. I ride a scooter from Seminyak to Sanyo to warm up my dive. I enjoy a hot morning coffee. One mistake underwater almost lost my camera and ended this entire video. This is the story of my diving trip with giant manta rays in Nusa Penida, Bali. Now let the story begin. Making a morning coffee and a light breakfast. Since diving in Bali may be pretty cold without a hot cup of coffee, it's like asking the sea to test my fitness level. Take a look at the weather today. Bali is already feeling optimistic, clear skies, warm air. The kind of morning that makes you think something amazing is going to happen to me today. Helmet on, scooter started. This is how most of my Bali adventures begin. Just vibes and enjoy every moment in Bali, even riding a scooter. My mission in Bali today, diving in Nusa Penida. If you don't know Nusa Penida, it's Bali's wilder cousin. Bigger cliffs, stronger currents, colder water. Some of the most famous dive sites in Indonesia. Due to a low tide in the morning, we all had to wait for high tide before boarding the dive boat. While waiting, I just had another coffee at the nearby beach cafe. At last, we get on the boat, get to know other divers. Nayo, one of them, is a Malaysian. We had a great chat during the trip. Making a dive trip reservation in Bali is simple. The majority of diving centers take care of everything from equipment and transportation to dive comm and guides. We passed by the Kelingking beach, which is famed for its T-Rex-like cliff on Instagram. It's my first dive at Manta Point. After 7 years, I was back at Manta Point for my second dive. At 22 degrees Celsius, the water is extremely freezing. It was Nayo's first time diving in Bali, and he had no idea how extremely cold the sea was there. It's really cold after he dives and shocks. The Manta Point dive site has such gorgeous crystal blue water. Koyak, our dive master, is incredibly responsible and knowledgeable, constantly checks our air pressure and safety. Manta Point is always crowded with snorkelers above water and divers below. I must be aware of which group I belong to, as well as the whereabouts of my dive master. I saw a manta ray surrounded by snorkelers, huge, calm and elegant. Moving as if it owns the ocean, they glide past us underwater. The dive master went on to find another group of manta rays, and I saw one swim by. One manta becomes two, two becomes three. I hover, thinking, this is exactly my mission for today. Oh my god, they are gorgeous and huge, right? Ascending and returning to the dive boat for a surface interval before our next trip, the manta rays greeted us warmly and continued to glide about us as if they wanted us to stay with them longer. However, my air supply is limited, so I must immediately rise to the surface. During the return to the dive boat, an unforeseen event occurs that I have never experienced before. Dive Master assists everyone in pulling off our fins. Such a VIP experience in Bali. I've dived in a few countries, but Bali truly understands how to treat divers. My next stop, Crystal Bay. The legendary mola location. We passed by Kelingking beach again and headed towards Pulau Batu Majenong. Diving season in Bali is from April to November. At Manta Point, manta rays are almost always present. If you're fortunate between July and October, you might meet the ocean's weirdest celebrity, the mola. Simply show up brief and try not to drop your camera, which I will talk about it later. We dive at Crystal Bay. The temperature here is roughly 25 degrees Celsius, making it a rare chance to spot mola. Oh no, he's asked. When the dive master asked about my air status, I loosened the camera rope, my camera slips, starts sinking. I felt like my soul briefly left my body. Before I can respond, my dive master descends like an underwater superhero for a camera rescue. Footage was saved. You're watching this footage because of him. My final dive of the day at Mangrove Point, which is located north of Nusa Lembongan. Warm water and a calm current. After the cold of Nusa Penida, the water temperature here is like a spa. There are no giant fish here. There is only beautiful coral and a lot of small fish around. A group of green baby fishes dancing together. If you know their name, please share it in the comments below. Here, I can do a Superman style drift dive. Then I perform standing drift diving. The day is winding down 3 dives, countless memories. If you are considering diving in Bali, just do it. The ocean around here always has a story to tell, and today I was fortunate enough to be a part of it. I hope you enjoy the video and we will meet again soon for the next journey.